quarterback in the league. Oh, what a catch by Jay Nathaniel. That touchdown, Hurricanes!
Junior take a shot deep. Open target. Her third from left to right. Sets up. Oh,
down.
Watch who he's going to set up. He's going to go for it. Fell from the sky into Aaron Ike's hand.
It's Thursday night in the South, and college football doesn't get any bigger than this. From Death Valley to the Swamp, these two programs share a history built on passion, pride, and pure SEC power. And for the 10th time in CFSL history, LSU and Florida kick it off tonight. Hello, and welcome inside the broadcast booth, everyone. Alongside Dominic Barfield, I'm Jeff Melanishin, and this one feels like it could go either way. Both teams desperate for momentum, both chasing a postseason push, and both knowing one mistake can make all the difference. So the return to shy of the 30. What's going on, Dominic? You were supposed to take it right after that.
No. I've learned to not talk. I've learned to not talk during those returns. You never know what you're going to have. But a beautiful night here. Clear skies, light breeze, 67 degrees in Gainesville. We have a lot of implications with this game tonight.
Yeah, it's a good one. Tavon Moss will start with the ball first. Tight end will go in motion from left to right. And 5-step drop. Moss downfield. It is caught and to the 30. Goes Faircloth for a gain of 43 to kick this off.
Big corner route out there to Faircloth. Like I said earlier, this game has a lot of big implications. LSU wins tonight. They keep their automatic bid hopes alive. If Florida secures this win, that is going to lock Tennessee, Auburn, and Florida into the top 3 for the SEC and would make next week's Florida versus Tennessee for the championship.
And what a rivalry that would be next week. And underneath, and that's going to be Mick Roberts, the sure-handed tight end, picks up 10 and another first down.
And Big Bob looking for cookies tonight early. He has been tantalized over the last several weeks. Big man deserves them cookies.
Yeah, we've been talking about this, you and me in the booth, since yesterday. 1st and 10. Moss, he is still slinging that pigskin, connects with Fasaro for 3.
And Tavon's just looking really methodical right now. He is not afraid of being on the road. He is taking what this defense is giving it, put that ball right where it needs to be. Very secure catch throws.
Odin, sidecar left, but it's going to be Moss on the arm again, but it's knocked away, incomplete by Shelly Menchaca.
And she is going to put a boom on the back plate of that receiver, jarring that to the turf. Big 3rd and 7 here.
Looking like a little Alfredo out there. Tight end goes in motion here from left to right once again. 3rd and 7. Moss to the end zone, but it is picked off. Evelyn De Jesus with the interception, and Florida gets LSU off the table.
And a big mistake there by Tavon. That is going to make Evelyn's 5th interception this season. She was tied for 3rd, but she's going to stand alone for 3rd most in interceptions this season.
And we'll see if that plays dividends later in the ball game, as Florida with a good interception. Keith Smith with a gain of 5.
Not the statistical year that Keith Smith would like to have coming into the game. 67 carries for 435 yards. Definitely the Bear Michael show in Gainesville.
And the big fella's in the backfield all alone, and he's going to air it out over the shoulder. It's caught to the 20 and tackled down from behind by Harley Ryder, but it's Stacy Smith for 62.
And the ladies are just putting on a show early in this game, Jeff. Stacy with the big over-the-shoulder catch and the big run after. You got Evelyn doing what she needs to be doing. All we're going to be asking now is, where is Shelly and where does she make her big impact, as we are now set up here in the PX1 Sports Red Zone.
2-by-2, 1st and 10 inside the CFSL red zone. And Michaels airing it, but too much air. Dre Washington with the deflection.
Yeah, weird throw there. A little bit too much air there. Need to put a little more zip on that and get that a little flattened out instead of giving the chance there for that big deflection.
2nd and 10, 1st down, just past the 4-yard line. And then they're going to try Keith Smith, who picks up 8 yards. Going to bring up a 3rd and short.
And solid tackle there by A.J. Zachary, setting up a 3rd and 2. This defense is looking to not give up points after that costly turnover in the back of the end zone.
LSU, 4-down defensive lineman. Florida spacing this out with 2 to each side. Underneath in the slant route, where's Cade? But it falls incomplete.
Yeah, exactly. Where is Cade when you need him? That was absolutely right up his alley. As we are going to wait for the kick of any range to put this one up. That kick is up. It looks true, and that is good. That is going to make this an early lead. Florida 3, LSU nothing. Just under 7 minutes left here in the first.
But, Dom, I mean, you know, LSU throws that pick, but then holds Florida when they had some good plays as the return going to be past the 25 by Odin for a return to 24. But that's just good defense for LSU there to hold Florida to 3.
You want to feel like it's a win. You catch him out of the end zone. You did let him drive down just about 76 yards. So kind of got gashed through the air. Got to see the defense really kind of tighten up on that one.
RAD Nate showing up in the chat. Play action. Moss across the middle. Going to be a nice catch by Fasaro for a gain of 6.
And right as Rain, Tavon is not going to be too shook after that interception. He's going to put that right back in the air. He's going to trust Fasaro to get underneath that, and that is going to pick up 6.
Moss is averaging 444.7 passing yards per game, which is 4th most in the league this season. 2nd and 4. Moss under center, drops back 5. Gets it out into the out route by Bliss Jr. for a gain of 14 as that connection for the first time here this evening.
And just going to get perfect separation there from Trey Beckham as he's going to get that and get the toe drag swag before he steps out of bounds. Big pickup there for LSU to reestablish a little bit of confidence on this drive.
Got Gene in chat, Forsaken Gaming. Larson, the AD for LSU. 1st and 10, blitz picked up and finds the tight end, Bob McRoberts, for 27.
Yeah, I might be biased as a big fan of the tight end, but there is nothing sexier than watching a big body tight end on a corner route just torching secondaries. Just absolutely picturesque. Could not ask for a better view of that play.
And he's 1 digit below the best tight end in Auburn ever. Barfield. 1st and 10 underneath. Gonna be a nice low catch. And trying to bounce off 2 tackles and does down the sideline. And oh, what a juke! D.R. Walker, how do you do? Get in there for 6.
Big body tight ends making big body plays. Would have loved to see the cookies for McRoberts, but D.R. Walker is going to just walk right on in there, busting off would-be's, and is going to answer back emphatically, as that is how LSU would have wanted to see that first drive go, but they're happy just to find that end zone.
Wow. That defense for Florida, they got to check their ankles down because they just got put into some spin cycles.
And no change given on that one. That is straight taking your money. Over on Twitch, 7-yard touchdown pass to Jimbo Hawk for A&M. They go up 7-3 on Oklahoma with 5.5 minutes left in the first. Well, found out where Cade's at. That makes sense.
Yeah, we did. But LSU on top of number 15, Florida here by 4, 7-3. And we will see Florida's second possession coming up after they got the interception and a nice return by Keith Smith, and that's 26. What do you want to see here from LSU on defense, Dom?
Really would like to see the secondary really kind of tighten up. They're going to just let these receivers run by them. That's going to spell a horrific night for the team.
And we'll see Michaels, the big quarterback. Oh, a little bit too much paw on that throw. Falls incomplete.
And Nate, I'm going to just say, use your own discretion on what you think I said. Let your mind wander a little bit.
There you go. Yeah, let his mind wander. We don't know where it's going to go, or we don't know what it's going to bring up, but, you know, it's all the best nonetheless. As that was going to be thrown caught as Victor Acuna picks up 5 yards.
Do we want to talk about that ending shot at the end? Just absolutely getting blasted by a walk-on at the end of that. Man, I got tight ends on the mind. What can I say?
Yeah, you do. Well, when you're a good tight end, you know, like you are yourself, that one is going to be knocked away incomplete.
No, what does that feel like? I've never been a quality tight end.
I think Beard would have something else to say about that.
Beard would absolutely chime in and be like, "You're right. You were not a good tight end." There's no chance he's going to give me any type of compliment.
4th down. Florida will go 3 and out. So LSU, with their defense, doing exactly what Dom wanted, getting that 3 and out. Billy Davis with a return of 11.
That 3 and out was absolutely crucial there. You bounced back. You really showed a little bit of heart, tenacity. A couple of errant throws there by Bear, but you know what? Hey, it's time for this offense to come out and show some grit.
Johnny V says that, Dom, you need Jesus, LOL. Tight end goes in motion, and I think we all can use some Jesus every now and then, but it is going to be knocked away. The defense getting up in there.
That's crazy. I don't need Jesus. Jesus needs me.
There you go. Way to turn the tide on that one. Dom equals loose and confirmed. But Moss will throw that one out of bounds, and quickly, Dom, it's become a 3rd and 10.
I guess you can say that throw was loose. Had no spiral, had no function to it, just no motion.
Oh man, Austin's gonna he's either laughing or he's just face palming right now. Receiver comes in motion, but it's still gonna be 2 receivers to the right side. Moss, they'll try the halfback screen. We'll see if it works. And Odin breaking off and tackles down the sideline, picks up 8, but needed 2 more yards. But all for naught, and we'll see if LSU decides to go for it. No, they will punt this one back.
Now, Odin absolutely dropped Mjolnir on that defense, tried to get it done. And you know, Jeff, a not-so-wise man once said 60% of the time the screen works every time. Almost paid dividends on that one, but just couldn't get it all the way there. As we've got a pretty good return here, Keith Smith's going to get that 14 yards, setting up shop right around that 32-yard line.
Yeah, so we'll come see Bear Michaels. I don't know if you really do want to see Bear Michaels, but he will come on to the field for his 3rd possession already. Florida down 4.
Seeing him's kind of an understatement. You don't miss that Frigidaire with legs.
Oh, no. He makes tree trunks look small, as that's going to be a scramble by Michaels, and he somehow hit the 20 miles per hour marker as he was running that one. Picks up 11. And,
you know, Harley Ryder is a better man than me. There's no chance you're getting me out there with Bear Michaels going top speed. I'm not getting in front of that. Hard pass.
1st and 10. Well, you have to if you're a linebacker. 1st and 10, though, for Michaels, and the slant is incomplete. And quickly, that's... Oh, no, it was caught, they say. 1st and 10.
Wait, what? 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 Hold on. I didn't see that coming. That looked incomplete to me as well. Whoa, wait
the ball
a
was
minute.
on the turf, but apparently not. It's going to be... Oh, no, there it is. 2nd and 10 coming up. EA was just playing some mind games and a little slow there to hit that old 2nd down button. And a handoff to Smith. He picks up 9 yards as he finds some room through the middle of that defense.
You know, EA's just like a bunch of Hokies in the booth, and nothing but slowness.
Exactly. It's nice that we actually have receivers that can make plays, though. Wildcat here for Smith, but it's blown up in the backfield, and that's going to be a loss on the play. Tackled made by A.J. Zachary.
And the Zach attack just unleashed. Nothing doing there. I would love watching the Wildcat come out, but go ahead and bury that play. Don't bring that ever out again. Don't let that see the light of day.
We'll see if they end up putting that in the back of the playbook, and under the term of don't call this again. Billy Davis with a return of 12.
No, I don't even want that in the back of the playbook. Take it out,
okay.
Burn it, scrap it, get it out.
And maybe they game planned all for a Wildcat, and there's no chance that they could take it away. Quick throw, and the receiver not looking, as Menchaca with a good press coverage there.
Yeah, Faircloth and Moss just were not on the same page. Their ball gets out super quick on that slant route, and Faircloth was just caught napping.
Well, brings up 2nd and 10. Moss in the shotgun. 2 trips to the left, 1 receiver to the right after the play action, looking deep and finds the out route. And breaking off a tackle is McRoberts, but gets out of bounds inside Florida territory.
Big Bob McRoberts making big plays. Weird. Didn't see that coming. Shock. Nothing surprised me when I see that unit of a man get that ball in his hands. He makes playing offense look so simple. It is just a masterclass.
He's averaging 126.7 receiving yards this season, 4th most in the league, and the most by a tight end. Yes, even after what Frankie was able to do a couple weeks ago for North Carolina. Tavon Moss picks up 9 as he keeps it. Going to bring up 2nd and short.
People have got to remember that Tavon absolutely can be a nightmare keeping it on the ground. Man is prone to run, and he will take it. He'll take it off quickly.
Yeah, but he's no DJ Moss, that's for sure. 2nd and 1. Moss is going to keep it. He's got the first down inside the 30 to the 29 as he picks up another gain of 10.
Ain't got to be DJ Moss. You just got to play his own brand. And you know what? When you're picking up 10 yards on a scamper, I don't think anybody's going to be complaining.
Yeah, you weren't around here for DJ Moss in seasons 1, 2, 3, and 4. Though he was a champion with the Clemson Tigers, not to toot my own horn or anything, as Odin picks up 5.
Glaze goes on donuts, not cookies. That is crazy work. You know what? Hey, at least somebody gives tight ends love in this league because you know what? Tight ends are humans too, unlike kickers and punters.
Aww. And a stray for the kickers and the punters. 2nd and 5, tight, bunch set to the left. They're going to try the pitch, and Odin has some blockers being chased in the shoestring. Tackle brings him down inside the 5.
And a saving tackle there. But I believe Kai Jordan is going to be the one who ends up getting the shoestrings. Let's take it back. Yeah, indeed. That was Kai Jordan with the saving tackle there, setting up ball at the 2-yard line for the Tigers.
So the sophomore 3-star had a tackle last week and has a tackle here, and a run by Jalen Whitaker for a loss of 4, broke off the initial stop, but then the defense swarmed and said no.
You know, Jeff, call me crazy. I don't think putting a wide receiver in the backfield on the goal line is the cute direction to go with. You want to put your power back in there, and you've got to muscle that in.
We'll see. No, they still got Whitaker in the backfield, so Odin's going to be out another play. 2nd and goal. Moss will throw that one away and fight another down on 3rd.
Absolutely beautiful blanket coverage there by the Gators. Nothing was open. Got to just toss that to the sidelines.
Now the sidewalk says field goal incoming. Maybe we'll have a chance to say not so fast, my friend. Receiver all the way out on the right side comes in motion. Now we'll line up in the slot on the right side. 2 receivers still that way. 3rd and goal, halfback screen. Whitaker will be pushed out of bounds at the 3.
And you know what? Not so fast, my friend. We are not going to get to say not so fast to the field goal attempt.
Got an update over on Twitch coming up after this. 4th and goal as Lathan Auger gets it through the upright. So a 7-point game with 1:40 left to go here in the first quarter.
Over on Twitch, 12-yard touchdown pass to Evan Shan for Oklahoma. They're going to take the lead on A&M, 13-7. Just 30 seconds left there in the first quarter.
Just 30 seconds. And a good return by Smith. She returns at 27 yards, showed off a little bit of that strength as well to break off some tackles.
Hey, you know, Jeff, I got to be real with you. While I appreciate watching the Auger drill another kick, really would like to see them gamble it and really risk it for the biscuit there early.
Which is surprising because they did risk it a lot last week in the loss to Tennessee. It was a close game, though. Michaels gets absolutely helicoptered with a hit from Billy Davis.
Oh, you took the joke right out of my mouth, but unfortunately got stuffed with shoulder pads in the mouth by Billy Davis on that crunching shot. Oof.
Kind of crunch that will knock some of your teeth out. 2nd and 7, pistol handoff, and absolutely blown up in the backfield. This defense swarming downhill as Chris Gentry with the tackle.
And Gentry was not playing. That gap was as large as you could have imagined. That is just run downhill, run angry, drop those shoulder pads, wrap up, and textbook tackle.
Trips here to the right, though. Receiver going in motion. Over to the left side to make a 2-by-2 for Bear Michaels on 3rd and 10. And it is going to be knocked away. Incomplete, knocked away by Cletus Clodfelter.
I was about to say, I was like, come on, I know you can get that.
I always want to say Clodfather. I don't know why.
You know, there's a joke.
It has nothing to do with anything.
There's a joke set up there, but I'm going to leave that alone since we're on national television.
Wow, you're not actually going to touch a joke. I think we've actually made some progress here.
Listen here, don't you steal my thunder from me. Sometimes you got to know when to swallow it so you don't get in trouble by the big leagues.
There's another joke in there somewhere, but we won't touch that one with a 10-foot pole. And a handoff to Odin, who's now back into the game after 3 plays that he missed with the 1st and goal for LSU on the last drive that resulted in a field goal, but he picks up 4.
Yeah, crazy to see him take that much time off on the sidelines, and that honestly could have been the difference between a touchdown and that field goal.
Hey, maybe it was a business decision. Hey, give this third string running back a chance. And that was going to be thrown out route again. This time to Fasaro, a receiver for 20 inside Florida territory.
And Fusaro is absolutely just catching everything thrown at him. That outside, to quote Cade, that outside slant route absolutely is just cooking the Gator defense right now. And I can start to smell the Cajun seasoning up here. I'm already kind of getting hungry.
I've actually only had alligator once, and it was in NOLA. Even though I had it in the wrong form, I had the hush puppies when I should have just got, a sandwich or something. Odin picks up 4 on the ground, going to bring up 2nd and 6. But that is going to do it for the end of the first quarter, and it's going to be a 10-3 ball game. Florida, number 15, Florida finds themselves down 7. You're watching the CFSL presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Dominic Barfield, Jeff Melanishin here from the Swamp in Gainesville, Florida. LSU with the ball inside Florida territory, just inside the 30. Tight end goes in motion. There goes Odin. He cuts it back up the middle, picks up 4, going to bring up a 3rd and short.
Good run there by Odin. I actually wanted to harbor back. Really, there's no bad way to have Gator. I've had it po' boys. I've had it meat sticks. I've had Gator pizza. Oh, man.
See, being from Chicago, Gator on pizza just sounds unholy. As that one's going to be a catch to Walker. Can't get off the tackles like he did for his touchdown scamper, but it's going to be 4th and 1, and LSU's going for it.
You guys eat hot dogs drug through the garden. I don't want to hear anything about food takes from Chicago.
2 by 2, and they're absolutely amazing, those hot dogs, as Moss keeps it on the ground, and he does it himself for 10 and a 1st down.
Love the aggression going for it there, but why do we go for a 4th and 1 there instead of taking the shot on the goal line? If you get it, boom, you're in the end zone. If not, you're going to force him to drive the long way. Kind of not making sense there on the aggression.
I love it. Larson is going 85 aggressiveness. I like it. Odin picks up 2 on the ground. Going to bring up 2nd and 8.
Hey, any team running 85 aggression can absolutely make a payday. I've heard it's worked.
4 down defensive linemen here for Florida. 1 safety back deep on the goal line. 2 receivers out, 1 to each side of the formation. Dior Walker goes in motion. They're going to give it to Whitaker, and he breaks off some tackles. Still on his feet, has the 1st down as he picks up 8. 1st and goal coming up for the Tigers.
Big saving tackle there by Shelly Manchaka. She is going to get that stop there, but that's still going to result in a big Tigers 1st down.
1 receiver now, I formation. Give it to Whitaker, and he is tackled in the end zone for a touchdown.
Is it appropriate to say vulture alert? Kind of not understanding Odin not being in here in the goal line packages, but you know what? I don't think Whitaker's going to mind, because that's going to tack on another touchdown for the team, put one in his stat column, and that now with that auger kick being good, that is going to make it a 17-3 lead here at the Swamp over ranked Florida.
Yeah, I don't think many people outside of Baton Rouge, Louisiana, had this one chalked up going this way. Still got plenty of time left. 7:30 to go in this first half. Keith Smith with the return of 24. Dom, what do you want to see from Florida here to answer the 2 touchdown scores from LSU?
Extend a drive. No 3 and outs. Get
Bold strategy, Cotton. Bold strategy. Empty set formation. Michaels all alone in the backfield. Trips to the right after the receiver went in motion. And a nice little check down by Stacey Smith for a gain of 13.
And over on Twitch, we have a 5-yard touchdown run for Himateo Del Este. Sooners are now up 20-7 on A&M with just over 6.5 minutes left in the half.
Didn't see that one going that way either. 1st and 10. Michaels underneath. That is caught. 1st down reception. Aiden Bontrager with a gain of 13.
Not sure how you didn't see that coming there. Even though Oklahoma has had a little bit of a decline compared to the last few seasons, Oklahoma is still a force to deal with, and they can make any team have a nightmare evening.
And maybe not the season that Oklahoma was expecting, but Smith out of the backfield, loss of 1, and a good open field tackle made once again. This defense, Dom, you got to like it. They're swarming all over Zachary with the TFL.
After they got gashed that first drive, they have really tightened up. They have beckoned to the call. Gondor needed aid, and they are there at their beck and call. Beautiful, beautiful way that they are just locking down.
The word of the day that Dom had today was beckon. 2nd and 11 because he just used it 3 times in that sentence. Michaels is going to escape, and it takes a while for him to get up to that miles per hour there, but he slides down to avoid taking a hit. 3rd and 1 coming up.
How'd you know that was my word of the day? I do like to learn one new word a day. It's been helping out the lexicon.
It is. I just didn't think that you were a Webster Dictionary scholar. 3rd and 1. Michael shrugs it off, and he throws it away. Had a receiver stricken down the field.
Hey, those bells are ringing. Got to get that off, and just chunked it out of bounds. Did not really notice that had the receiver down there in drive. But hey, you didn't take the sack. You're gonna unfortunately punt this off, but you moved the ball. You showed that you could get it going. No for the brand moment there, as that ball does not whoa up on time, but you're showing a little bit of positivity there on the offense. Still just trying to wake up that diesel motor of Bear & Co.
Yeah, that diesel motor takes a while. You got to crank that thing a couple times, which is not the same as cranking at Soldier Boy. 1st and 10. Moss is going to be sacked in the backfield. Big time loss there of 3 by Darren Robinson.
And the defense says, well, if the offense doesn't want to wake up, I guess somebody's going to have to do it themselves. And a big bone-crushing tackle by Darren Robinson, setting up a 2nd and 14 here for this Tiger offense.
So we're on YouTube. Hopefully you guys and gals are smashing that like button. Helps out the channel immensely with the algorithm for YouTube to get us more eyes on this product. Faircloth picks up 23 on the out route and a 1st down. Fresh set of downs for the Tigers.
And that is how you make back off of what you lost there. And guess what it was? Another outside slant route, a.k.a. the corner route. Dialing it up, and
AKA,
it's working. Well, go ahead.
Oh, a.k.a. Cade's 2nd favorite route. Only behind the slant. 1st and 10. Draw place, and it's going to be Odin stopped in the backfield for a loss of 3. That play time, you could probably throw that one into the trash can as well.
No. That was just good penetration there, getting into the B gap by the D-line. They just took advantage and just stunted all the way into the backfield.
Joe Wayne with the TFL there for Florida. 2nd and 13 here for Moss. He's got plenty of time. Gets it underneath and had a couple of defenders around Daxton Bliss Jr., but he picks up 12 as they were like COVID and they just wanted to separate and not tackle him.
Now, sir, I know you had better references than COVID there. Come on.
Well, that's the only thing I could think of, social distancing.
I had something else, but, I'll let bygones be bygones.
Okay. Well, you're going to have to DM me what else you thought, because I'm sure it's not appropriate for YouTube at all. 3rd and 1. Offset eye. They're going to give it to Odin, who cuts it to the left, and he has the 1st down. Tackled by, what do they call a host of Gators? Well, I don't know, but it was Damon Riggs with the tackle.
Terrifying. They call that terrifying. Anytime you see a swarm of Gators, you have messed up severely.
Yeah, Nate probably likes seeing a swamp of Gators, especially with his long beard. As that's going to be a 1st down catch once again for LSU. Their drive still continues downfield.
And they are just putting on an excellent show on how you maintain a drive here.
Trips here to the right-hand side. Moss play action to Odin, but he went the wrong way, but Moss still gets it out, takes a hit to make a play for Sorrow for a gain of 18.
Oh, I'm glad you caught that, because he absolutely takes a walloping shot on that. Gotta respect the play for it, and credit goes to Damon Riggs for the tackle, saving another touchdown from the Tigers' grasps.
And the thing is, Odin went the wrong way to block, so completely left the straight-on rusher coming right at Moss. And he's going to get the carry here, and he has a 1st down. 1st and goal for LSU. They continue to put it on Florida.
I was going to say, you know what? That's probably why Odin's been sitting a lot. If you're going to allow the DN to just absolutely blow up your quarterback, you're probably in trouble somewhere.
Hey, no block, no rock. That's what Ben Johnson says for Chicago. As Odin picks up no gain on the play, gets back to the original line of scrimmage. We got an update from Twitch.
And 6-yard touchdown pass to Evan Chan, his 2nd. Oklahoma is rolling right now over A&M, 27-7, with just over 4 minutes remaining in the half.
Man, up 20 on A&M. As Whitaker, he is in the backfield and gets put on his rear side by Buck Wild.
No, I'll tell you what's wild. Those splits that Whitaker ended up doing.
Ooh,
man,
that hurt me.
Yeah, my groin is absolutely destroyed at that point. Oh.
Well, that's bad news. That means you can't practice this week going into next week's game against Notre Dame, as that is going to be Whitaker in the end zone. He did the splits on the last play, and this time he is split in the defense for the touchdown.
Hey, apparently he's right as rain. Did not affect him anyways. Honestly, it might have helped limber him up a little bit just to make sure he can get those legs pumping and churning as he is going to navigate his way into the end zone. No GPS needed. LSU is absolutely playing on fire right now, trying to keep their automatic bid in hopes alive, and they are doing it emphatically, as that PAT by Lathan Auger is going to be good. And that new score is now LSU 24, Florida 3.
As Nick Larson says in chat, I guess Witt is our goal line back. Well, you should know because you put the settings in there, Nick Larson. As a return for Stacey Smith, nets 27, or maybe he doesn't know, and the game plan sheet did it itself. I have no idea.
You know how it goes. Scotty doesn't know.
Scotty still doesn't know. Trips to the left, but he has Michelle, so that's a good thing for him. As Michael spins, picks up 16.
And big run there by Bear. That Frigidaire gets up and going. That is a hard man to try to bring down, especially in open space. Big body just absolutely plowing his way, as that is going to be a Gators first down.
2x2 here for Bear Michaels. Does have Smith in the backfield, but he's going to keep it on the option keeper. He's going to try to do it himself. Tackled down in the open field by Pablo Ortiz.
And apparently, according to the most recent update we've got, looks like Nick was throwing darts to pick the settings this week, and it seems to have been.
Apparently, he didn't hit bullseye. Because bullseye would have been, let's put Odin back there for the goal line back. Bear Michaels picks up one, going to bring up a 3rd and 3 for Florida. Third down's not the friend of the Gators here this evening.
Well, see, not so fast, my friend. Got to call it like we see it. Whitaker does have 2 goal line touchdowns. Got to say, it's not necessarily the wrong call so far.
No, it's not. 3rd and 3, though. 2x2. Michaels from the pistol, going to look deep downfield. Caught Stacey Smith. She is gone. Touchdown, Florida on 3rd down, their first conversion of the game.
And you want to talk about having one dart and just tossing it downfield. Who else but Stacey Smith's going to come up underneath that, and that's going to show a little bit of fight here for this Gators. I can already hear the chomping going down underneath us here in the stadium. They are showing that they are not out of this, and they came up big.
They did. I think their game plan might have been on life alert there. Like, help, I've fallen and I can't get up. And then all of a sudden, the magical arm of Bear Michaels is a return by Billy Davis. And that's 31, and to the 31 they go for good starting field position on their drive with 2:25 to go here in the first half.
I do want to harp with what Nick said. Wearing 15 at Florida is absolutely criminal.
1st and 10, tight end will go in motion. McRoberts to the left side. I formation, play action to Odin, who stays in and blocks the right side this time. But Tavon Moss has all the time in the world and gets it out to McRoberts for a gain of 21. And I can only imagine what Don would do with that amount of time back there in the backfield.
File my taxes, get some roast beef, some chicken, pizza. I'm already paying off some credit card debts. I'm probably throwing it to Big Bob McRoberts once he gets open. Oh, hey, what do you know? Imagine that. Big Bob McRoberts was open right on a whim. Man, having that much time in the pocket as a quarterback, you are taking your O-line out for steak dinners immediately.
Gunnar Rice wishes he would have that amount of time when he was playing for West Virginia. Tight end will go in motion to the left side. Handoff to Odin. Crashing down is Manchaka, who gets the tackle.
I'll tell you, Drew Busby would have loved to have that kind of protection against Florida State this week.
Yeah, he would have done some damage, let me tell you. Whitaker comes into the backfield and spells Odin. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right here. Moss under center, taking some time off this game clock. No, they're going to snap it with plenty of time there. Who am I to judge, as Whitaker will be stopped for a loss of 1 in the backfield. Defense swarming right now as Caleb Kulan picks up the tackle.
And you know what? Gotta be honest with you. Now it's not even that Whitaker is just the power back at the goal line. He's out here just splitting reps completely. Love the effort here.
Yeah, so much for that, 50-50 split. 3rd and 8, halfback screen. They get it to Odin. It gets pushed out of bounds. Not enough room there. Craig Jones with the tackle.
60% of the time, the screen works every time. And so far, we are not sitting here in the plus side on this one. Screens are not doing any favors for either team tonight.
Punt is angled toward the sidelines, and a good punt. I still call that for the brand because it's a coffin corner inside the 20.
Yeah, it looks like, I was gonna say it looks like it went out about the 16, but they're gonna spot it at the 15.
Who needs glasses when you got Dom up here in the booth? 2x2. Smith is in the backfield to the left. They're going to try the halfback screen, give LSU a taste of their own medicine. Maybe put that into the back of the play call sheet, as that one's going to be Xavier Pope with the tackle.
Hey, 60% of the time, the screen works every time. Eventually, it's going to harp true.
Oh, eventually they're going to spring one here if you give one of these teams enough opportunities, but it's not going to happen here. 3rd and 19 coming up. Michael sacked for a loss of 9.
And Lucier just said, I don't think you're going to get a choice to make that throw. Big sack there by Lucier.
Another TFL for Lucier this season. Coming in with 14, make that 15. Keith Smith, 4-yard for last time out taken by LSU here in the first half, 4th and 15, and they'll get the ball back with at least 1:20 left.
Punting from the middle of your end zone is not where you want to imagine your kick, as that punt was good for about 50, and that's a pickup of 11 yards by Billy Davis, setting up the Tigers in plus territory here as they look to take advantage of that position. And if you look at the Tigers, they are playing just almost well-balanced 20-25 ratio in the pass-to-run game.
That's what you call ideal there, Dom. 2 receivers here to the right, 1 to the left. Moss. Pocket starts to collapse around the edge, but gets it out to Odin underneath. Oh, what a stiff arm off a tackle, and picks up 11.
At this point, if Odin has not nicknamed that stiff arm Mjolnir, I think that is just not taking advantage of your brand.
We're going to hurry this one up here. 1:06 as the clock starts after it was the chains removed. That's out of bounds. Daxton Bliss Jr. picks up 13, and that's an out route.
And that is a beautiful 1 foot in on that. To get that foot down took a lot of concentration and effort.
Right here, Alfredo's trying to be another tight end for Virginia Tech. Run here for Odin, picks up 5.
No, unfortunately, Virginia Tech's got a really well-balanced tight end core. They don't need another distraction.
Oh, why not? They got you as a linebacker, as Moss will spike that one with 52 seconds to go.
Yeah, they have enough headaches on offense. The offense is a nut job. I'll just put that blatantly.
Moss will go under center. Odin in the backfield, as he didn't piss off anybody on this series, apparently, as that one's thrown and caught in the end zone. Dior Walker has 2 on the night.
Walker's got 2. Whitaker's got 2. It is just coming in 2s for anybody. If you get in the end zone, get ready to have your name called again. And at this point, Florida is playing to catch up, but LSU is going to put a foot on the neck and not let them get up. LSU is playing with reckless abandon with nothing to lose, and it is paying off in dividends as Auger is going to drill that kick true.
Can we just say that Tavon Moss did a nice fadeaway throw on that one and had some steam on it behind him as he was making that fadeaway?
Wow, I can absolutely agree with that fully.
Good return here, going to be just shy of the 25 for Keith Smith. Picks up 26, 45 seconds left to go. You think Florida is going to be aggressive here to close this halftime out?
45 seconds and 2 timeouts. If that ball does not go to Stacey Smith on a long bomb, what are we doing?
Apparently nothing. Michaels across the middle and incomplete.
Do not hate the aggressiveness. Scared money don't make money. Got to let that thing fly and just a little bit off kilter from where it needed to be to find its target.
Well, scared money doesn't do anything for Horns either. 2nd and 10. Michaels will look to throw to the near side, out of bounds, incomplete.
And this defense is just blanketing everybody. They are rising to the occasion when it matters the most. Setting up 3rd and 10 for the Gators.
3rd and 10, going to give it to Smith. Picks up 6 yards, not enough. And LSU doesn't have any timeouts either, so this clock will move. Florida does not need to punt this one away.
In a perfect situation, they absolutely do not punt it at all, and we are just going to be stuck looking at this beautiful lineup here for the next 20 seconds. Somebody cue the Jeopardy theme.
Do 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 do. We'll see if they actually snap it.
If they do, it'd be diabolical. Perfect.
Also,
not
why
snap.
not have true clock on? Just to, they just wanted to put us out of our misery. But that's going to do it for the first half. 31-10, LSU unranked over number 15, Florida. 3-score game, excuse me, as my math isn't mathing on that one. But Dom, we come into the halftime break. Florida looked like they were going to stay par with LSU, and it could have really gotten away from LSU if not for, because they had that opening drive and then threw a pick and took points off the board. But since then, it has been all LSU just marching and doing whatever they wanted on offense.
Oh, trust me. Right now, if you are a Tiger, you're going to say, and I'm going to steal it directly from chat here, if you're a Tiger, that first half was great, if you ask me. And, it's fine. I'll show myself the door as well.
Yeah, there's your walking papers, no severance package. Just have a nice day, have a nice life.
No, absolutely. I mean, what else can you really say? LSU has rose to the occasion. Moss has made beautiful throws after throwing that pick. Odin's been doing his thing in limited touches. Whitaker has taken over and really made a ground game formidable. Big Bob McRoberts is doing his thing. Fusaro being such a security blanket. Would like to see Faircloth get involved a little bit more, but at the same token, it comes back to Bear Michaels and company really going to have to find a way to dig themselves out of the hole here. When you've got a wide receiver core like Stacey Smith, Jeremiah Lucas, Colby Coffey, Aiden Bonetrager, I mean, you've got powerhouses there in your receiving core. You have just got to trust your O-line to give you enough time to find the open receivers, make those throws, and you've got to claw back into this game.
Yeah, Cullen Fletcher, the tight end, 5-star freshman, excuse me. We haven't called his name at all, really, in this one. So Florida will start with the ball first here in the LSU-Florida rivalry matchup in the SEC. You got LSU 2-4. And you got Florida at 3-3, looking to get above 500 and also keep some playoff hopes alive. Both of these teams still in the hunt for the playoffs. And if Florida were to win, that might secure the top 3 there in the SEC. But right now, they got some work to do, and it starts with this first drive of the second half. Michaels will keep it himself, and he's got the first down, but he fumbles the football on the hit and scooped up by LSU. Oh, Dre Washington with the fumble recovery.
Pretty sure that was Cletus Clodfelter who's going to put that on cause that to go on the turf. And indeed it was. Peanut punches it out at the end. And right now, you've got to imagine, Florida has spent too much time looking forward to Tennessee next week. They were not paying attention to LSU tonight, and it is getting away from them at this point.
Yeah, it seems like this season in particular, seems like teams are looking ahead to the next game because either they're playing Miami, who's top in the ACC, or some other teams there in this league as well. Buck Wild with the tackle in the backfield for a loss of 2 on Odin.
That was definitely not a tackle. That was more of a Finn Balor sling blade if I've ever seen one. What a wild tackle by Buck.
And this announcer has no idea what you're talking about. I formation. Odin's going to keep it himself to the right side, and he picks up the gain of 4.
Oh, it's okay. This commentator knows what he's talking about, and for those in chat, if you know, you know. That's all that matters.
If you know, you know. 3 down defensive lineman as the defensive end is standing here for Florida. They're going to rush 4. Gives enough time to Moss, and it's going to be caught by McRoberts. Picks up 5, going to bring up 4th down. LSU went for it last time in around this same situation, but now they're going to call on Auger to make this field goal. It's going to be a bit longer than what he's had, but the snap is down, kick is on the way. It had the leg, and it goes right through Broadway, and that is going to be 34-10 lead for LSU.
Yeah, 45 yards is still enough for Auger to drill that, and that ball does get a little dicey there at the end, but it's in between. It's in between the posts. That's all that matters if you're a Tiger. Wow, what a tough kick.
And now the turnovers are all knotted up 1 apiece, and a good return by Smith to the 31-yard line. 8 more, apparently, Johnny V and Chad Auger modern era record watch. 8 more field goals made, I guess.
I've got my binoculars. I am watching intently.
Are you watching him warm up on the sideline right now? 1st and 10. They're going to motion Smith out of the backfield as Michael's underneath, going to be caught, and a nice catch and a nice first down play for the Florida Gators.
Actually, since you asked so nicely, no, I'm not watching him. I'm actually watching the hot dog vendor carry some hot dogs through the stands right now. I can use about 3 of those.
Very enticing stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Jeremiah Lucas with his first reception of the game, and that was going to be a halfback screen. We'd say that worked there. Picks up 9.
Did it pick up the first down?
No.
It did not work.
But it picked up positive yards, which is something that Florida needs drastically right now.
No first down, no success.
3-down defensive lineman here for LSU. They're going to bring 4 as well. 2nd and 1, thrown, caught, out route. Colby Coffey picks up 3.
And what a coffee break needed there for the Gators. That is a big first down, and they're showing a little bit more life in the second half.
2-by-2 after the first down catch by Coffey, his first reception. Quick throw, but that one is a busted play, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, and unfortunately, you completely had a seam beater completely 2 counties over wide open. Gotta give yourself a little bit more time to throw that ball.
He's probably looking in the stands and just wanted to hit the hot dog vendor. As that one is knocked off the hands, incomplete. Looked like the receiver Coffey should have had and came down with that, but instead doink right off his hands.
And look who's celebrating, but it's the Clod father right on cue.
3rd and 10 coming up. Halfback screen. Ugly play call there. Smith bumped, couldn't get out, incomplete, 4th down, and a punt coming up.
Love the effort there by middle linebacker Chris Gentry trying to get his hands underneath that ball. Could have been a big turnover as well.
Yeah, now the sidewalk says hot potato. As that one just scorches into the end zone for a touchback.
And takes a bounce at the 1 yard line and just sails out the back. Never understand
kinda
why
like
you
your,
kick it down Broadway.
Kind of like your drive in golf.
Joke's on you. That is called a
golf.
Slice, or what even was that? My practicing at Topgolf still shows me that I never deserved to be out there on an actual course.
It's a fun time. Get a couple brews, get some cigars going, and it's a wonderful time.
Sounds like hangout.
1st and 10, it is much like hangout because you're with your friends too. I formation, handoff to Odin. He's going to be stopped as it looks like Florida's gearing up for this to stop the run as he only picks up 2.
And Nate's going to ask, I wonder if the halftime adjustment included trying to get coffee to get percolating. It might have just been the brew.
God, these puns. I can see why maybe Nate wanted a day off here as that one's going to be thrown, caught on the left side. Bliss Jr. picks up 14.
What are you talking about? No, like Nate doesn't want to get away from me.
Yeah, you never know. He may have been like, man, those Thursday games, they're just eating away at my Broadcaster of the Year trophies. Moss with the pressure coming around the outside, gets the sack in the backfield for a loss. Buck Wild with his first sack here this evening.
And Buck Wild is continuing to go Buck Wild on this offensive line, just causing nightmares, causing fits, almost setting up residents in the backfield at this point.
4-down defensive lineman for Florida on 2nd and 12. 2-by-2 look for the offense. Moss in the shotgun, draw play, not working. No gain on the play for Odin.
Now there's a play that you can stick in the back of the playbook as well. Feast or famine when it comes to the
first
draw.
time I brought that up, you said no.
Oh, 2 times of no working. Now you say, all right, throw it away.
Let's see where you're percolating there. As that one's going to be thrown and percolating is Moss, caught. And inside the 30 goes LSU. Vasaro with a nice grab.
A big throw like that, I might start percolating in this booth. I ain't going to hold you. Love seeing that air put underneath it by Moss. And just a beautiful strike down the field.
Nate says Murph got stuck in a wet box.
That's where he lives.
Be a shame if it was a heat box, as that was going to be kept on the ground, but Odin, his GPS, got a little worse for wear there. It's Chris Jones with a tackle for loss of 5 on that one.
I think what you meant to say was recalculating route. Absolutely gets turned like a turnstile.
That's not recalculating.
Loss.
That's turnaround.
Potato, tomato.
Yeah, tomato. 2nd and 15. Moss is going to keep it himself, trying to get to the outside. Had a nice block and a good open field tackle made as well by Riggs.
And Johnny was asking for forward progress. I don't think you get forward progress after you stumble about 7 or 8 steps backwards.
Yeah, he's lucky it wasn't 2nd and 20 after that one. 3rd and 11. Can Moss get this going? Oh, diving grab by Graham. Walk on. It gets into the end zone for a touchdown.
Walk on? That was not a walk on. What are you talking about? That was Clark Kent in disguise. Superman just touched down in the swamp.
You can tug on Superman's cape, but when you're making plays like that, it is 41-10, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a game for this LSU offense.
Just what a...
That was diabolical.
I'm still gobsmacked. Just what gumption by the walk-on. Just risking it for the biscuit as Keith Smith's going to pick up 23 yards on that kick return.
Yeah, even surprised the AD, Nick Larson. Oh, wow. So, I mean, he was surprised by that. And then he wants to put him on scholarship. 1st and 10, pressure in the A gap, but it's Michaels getting it out to Smith, fighting for yardage, picks up 9.
Not a generous spot there. I really thought Keith Smith got drove out right at the line. I expected that to be a first down. Big run, though, after the catch.
Pistol look here from Michaels, 2nd and 1. And the little stop route is caught. Battling for extra yards is Bront Traeger, picking up 12.
And right on cue, Florida is marching. They've realized the grimness of the situation, and they are coming alive. Got to expect that they're going to want to put this into the end zone quickly and work this clock to their favor.
3-down defensive lineman for LSU. Florida only a couple yards away from midfield. They get it out on the halfback screen. Acuna decided to cut that back up field, and instead he takes a shot from Gentry for his troubles.
Just absolutely eats a shoulder pad.
Look at this. Oh, yep, there you go. Sit down.
Yep, no, that's no sit down. That is, we'll see you in the medical tent. Let us know what your ailment is. It's probably everything.
Alfredo Barfield was salivating for that, wanting to take some shots at somebody from Florida State there in a similar situation, but it never came, as that was going to be thrown, caught by Smith for a gain of 3, and another tackle made by Gentry.
To be fair, Alfredo hasn't had an impact in a couple weeks, so his absence is not missed, and he's probably going to be moving on to worse pastures.
Taking all Lassie out behind the field, are we? As that one's going to be a halfback screen. Once again, they're going to try Acuna, and similar type of situation where he's going to be in the blue tent for a while.
And Dre Washington absolutely taking no pity, no quarter given, no surrender. Full battle rattle right to the face mask.
I am actually feeling worried that they're putting Acuna in these situations to get hit like that could be just reckless endangerment.
Some call it hazing, some say tough love.
One receiver to each side of the formation, Moss under center, though Walker will motion out to the right. Is that one no bueno as Riggs with the deflection.
You want to talk about hot potato? That absolutely was just bouncing around.
You and things bouncing around, Dom, go together like peanut butter and jelly. Thrown to the near side, caught by Walker, battling, and he got enough for the first down.
Don't mention peanut butter and jelly, because then I gotta have that weird talk that I'm actually a fan of the peanut butter and jelly combined into the jar, and everybody loses their mind.
That is nasty. But what kind of jelly are we talking about, though? Quick throw out here, because that's make or break for a couple people. Faircloth picks up 5.
Well, before I tell you that answer, over on Twitch, 6-yard touchdown run by Malcolm Dansby as the Aggies look to come back, trailing Oklahoma 30-17 with just over a minute left in the third.
2nd and 5, and it's going to be a 3rd and 7. Robinson with a TFL.
And to answer your question, while you only get the strawberry or grape in the combined, just as jelly by itself, blackcurrant jam just absolutely smacks, and I will take no further comments.
I like the fruit mixture, the Smuckers that you can get at some places. That one's pretty good as well. It slaps. As that one's going to be intercepted. One hand. Look, I just need one hand to play this game. And an interception by Riggs, who's been all over the field.
And what a turnover there. That was needed, as Moss is going to chuck his second pick of the game. And actually, no, that looked like that was two hands on the pick there by Damon Riggs. And Ben, thank you. You understand convenience in a jar. Absolutely. I don't want to have to get everything out, have to put everything away. It's just one go, and there it is.
It's literally just two containers, though.
I'm lazy.
That is first world problems at its finest. And that is a nice throw and catch. Cullen Fletcher picks up 29.
And that is a first world solution right there for the Gators. Big throw there by Bear Michaels over the middle. And that is a emphatic Gators first down.
Very emphatically. He almost did the splits, did Fletcher, but luckily he gets up and is fine.
Hey, we've seen doing the splits pays dividends the very next play.
It does. We'll see.
Don't hurt to try.
It probably will hurt to try. 1st and 10. They're going to try the halfback screen. Smith breaks off one, but gets to the 20 after the gain of 3.
60% of the time, the screen works every time. Eventually, I'm going to keep harping this, and we will get one that's going to go either yard or at least a first down.
Wouldn't that be something if it's a play to win the game? 1:30 left to go in the third quarter. Underneath, Michaels finds the intended target, Coffee, for a gain of 7. Going to bring up a 3rd and 1.
Well, I will entertain you and say, yes, that would be something. But if a screen is to win the game, something has gone emphatically wrong for LSU.
Maybe just being too aggressive. 3rd and 1. They're going to hand this one off as Smith picks up the first down. To around the 7-yard line he goes.
You can never be too aggressive when you're out here playing in a rivalry game. Both teams hate each other, and you are just going to pop shots every chance you get.
Well, apparently, Larson said it himself. He was just throwing darts at the dartboard and seeing what stuck. 1st and goal, out of bounds, almost hitting Mike the Tiger. Look out.
Man, I thought I was going to get to mention that. Yeah, absolutely just throws one at that gigantic forehead of that tiger. One of the worst tiger mascots.
I would say it's one of the best. As Smith is in, touchdown, Gators do the chomp.
And chomping indeed they are chomping at this lead and chomping at the bit to get back into this game. And right now, Smith said, it's my turn.
I was going to say, so I guess you could say that they're chomping at the bit to get into the end zone.
See,
the extra point through the uprights and good. Yeah, 41-17.
You know what it feels like to take other jokes from each other. Huh. No, okay, definitely not going to disagree with that one. The Clemson Tiger mascot is the worst. There's also the Penn State. Nobody.
And also the Penn State looks like he's doing meth and gets his meth from somewhere in Happy Valley. 1st and 10, coming up here for LSU is now after the turnover. Florida gets a little bit into the lead, 41-17 though, so still plenty of time for Florida. If their defense wants to come up with another stop, why not? Because it seems like Tavon Moss is just throwing turnovers to everybody, but I guess defense is not needed, or at least it's not required, as Rosario was wide open.
And that's going to put him over the century mark. And over on Twitch, 2-yard touchdown run by Sebastian Oman. Oklahoma's now leading 37-17 with 8:56 left in the ball game. And no, we're gonna back this whole train up. We're not gonna pop shots at the Penn State mascot. That is an institution, and that is one of the greatest designs of all time.
No, it's not. It is ugly beyond belief. But we do need to bring BYU, maybe not all their stuff that comes with BYU, but we should bring BYU because Cosmo is a really fun mascot.
I don't know what you mean. What stuff for BYU do we not want to bring?
Their
anyway,
morals.
2nd and 6.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that, and just do a Google search. Maybe not on your work computer, but your personal one. As that was going to be thrown, caught Bliss Jr. with a gain of 13.
Big pickup there by the Tigers, and Moss is trying to right the wrongs of that last drive. He has got bad intentions for this defense, and he is expecting to put it in the end zone.
Well, we're going to have to wait for their first down play because it's going to come up after this break into the fourth quarter. End of the third, put your fours up in chat, 41-17. Can number 15 Florida come back and maybe shock the world? We'll see. You're watching the CFSL, presented by PX1 Sports on YouTube. Don't go anywhere. Start of the fourth quarter here from Gainesville, Florida. A little chilly, 67 degrees. I'm wearing a sweater. Apparently Florida climate is a little bit cold right now. As Mossy is probably didn't want to throw that, but he did anyway, incomplete.
It's crazy that the Chicago boys cold. Meanwhile, I'm over here in flip-flops and sweatpants and a tank top. I'm glad we don't have regulations up here in the booth.
Yeah, thank God. Trips to the left because Nate would probably be fired. As Odin picks up 6.
And if he gets fired, he's always got the wet box to lean back on. Meanwhile, this offense is leaning on Odin right now, trying to really make it this drive for him and get him into the end zone.
They're trying to percolate that victory, if you know what I mean. Handoff as Odin stopped for a loss of 2 on the play.
And Evelyn DeJesus just said, let me percolate that tackle for a loss. Now, here comes the fun question. Do we see a little aggressiveness? And nope, we're going to see Auger come out.
Auger will attempt what would be another field goal opportunity, and this one is straight, and he is straight and remains perfect this evening through the uprights and good, 44-17.
If he misses the field goal, we're coming right at you for that one. And I'm pretty sure that now puts the modern era record watch at 7, if my math is not
bad.
Well, I mean,
terrible.
We are Hokies. We don't know. We don't know education. As Keith Smith's going to pick up 26 yards on that return.
Yeah, there you go. Auger watch. 7 more to go. You were right. Look at you paying attention to the chat.
Yay, I battle.
Board out defensive lineman here as this is completely off the rails now as Austin is again face palming as the associate producer of this one. Smith with a gain of 1.
I'm pretty sure he knew what he was getting himself into here. Was it ever on the rails to start?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Was it? Pistol look here for Michaels. Underneath, caught. Gets past the 30 to the 31, goes Jeremiah Lucas for 5.
And Not a Sidewalk says that Auger is coming for player of the week as a kicker. About that, I've got some bad news for you.
Never going to happen. I mean, unless it's like just a field goal game and they win like 20 something. You can't hit 20 with field goals, but you know, they get like 10 field goals in a game.
A kicker could put 7, 8, 9 field goals up in a game, and they're still not even going to get the nod. Kickers do not matter, and they will not get that recognition.
All your hate mail can be directed to Umbreon on Discord, as kickers are people too. And to the 41 goes Billy Davis with a return of 10.
You know what? My inbox has been a little dry. I could use some hate mail. Go ahead and send your harsh criticisms at my way. I'm cool.
As dry as the Sahara Desert. 1st and 10, handoff. Odin picks up 2 yards.
And small rush there. That is Odin's 22nd rush of the game. Joe Wayne picking up his 5th tackle of the contest.
It is possible, though. I mean, LSU wins here, then wins next week. They could get into the playoffs. Ma surveys the field, gets it out. Caught McRoberts for a gain of 19 on the old out route.
Okay, you know what, Johnny? Yeah, let me go ahead and immediately backtrack because I read the article as well. Yeah, no, I'm gonna completely, you know what? I'm gonna completely strike my entire comment from the record book. I apologize for my outburst.
Well, if Ryan says it, it must be true. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right here. Moss under center, 3 steps. Gets it out quickly to Bliss Jr. for a gain of 6 on the old drag route.
Hey, no, normally for what it's worth, I don't take a lot of lick of what Ryan says, but honestly, that article had me choked up reading it. So,
Bethany doesn't even take what he says with anything. 2nd and 4 underneath, caught slant route once again, and Faircloth picks up 14. Hey, you're a guy.
And big tackle there by Damon Riggs at the end of that, adding on to his stat line.
A bunch tight look here from under center to the left. They're going to pitch this one. They've done this a couple times in this game. This time, that one just goes for a measly 1 yard.
And as Nick says, felt like a quiet game for Bobby. He has 110. I don't know if it really has felt like a quiet night, as Buck Wild is certainly not having a quiet night, picking up his 8th tackle of the contest.
No, this offense is humming along. Receiver comes in motion and throwing it and catching it underneath. That's going to be fair cloth with a gain of 8.
Over on Twitch, 2-yard touchdown run by guess who? Himateo Deleste. That is now going to put Oklahoma up 44-17 with 5:04 left. And make that known. That is the second rushing touchdown of the contest.
Nice. Look at you adjusting on the fly. I like that. 3rd and 1 to the near side. Caught, turning it upfield. Touchdown, Tigers.
And that is going to be Roman Rodriguez on the strike and run in. Big throw there by Moss. Moss is just seeing the field differently tonight. Eyes are like beach balls, and he's just putting it, albeit 2 interceptions, but for the most part, it's putting it where it needs to be. And as we wait for Auger to drill this extra point, and that is up, and of course, nobody's surprised, that is good. That now makes it LSU 51, Florida 17.
So 50 burger alert here for LSU.
Who expected it?
I didn't think so. I thought it was going to be a closer game. And Keith Smith for a return of 36.
Hey, sometimes you're the hammer, sometimes you're the nail.
Or sometimes you're the bug and sometimes you're the windshield.
Either or.
Yeah, either or. We just gave people options so they can have what they want. Just like, Burger King, have it your way. Stacy Smith picks up 18.
No, you can absolutely not have it your way. No, because I've been told no by Burger King several times. Apparently, it's too much effort to ask for having onion rings put on a Whopper. Weird.
Don't they have onion rings on a burger? Wasn't it their
on the rodeo
barbecue?
Burger?
Yeah,
on the rodeo burger. But yes, for the Whopper, and they're like, no, sir, we cannot allow that to happen.
Yeah, they don't want you to go into cardiac arrest. Play action for Michaels. Pocket clean. But it is caught. Oh, defender tried to go underneath, but instead it's going to be a first down for Florida.
Big pick up there by Lucas. Just putting him in a blunder and coming up with the miraculous catch there. Had the opportunity to get that picked off, but Lucas just watches it all the way through. And, of course, Johnny wants to hear me talk about kickers a little bit further.
Yeah, you have talked quite a bit about kickers here in this game, and completely unprovoked by me. So you can't blame me for anything. 1st and 10, Michaels, and the receiver just he forgot to catch the football because that's what you're supposed to do.
Sometimes hands are just for decorations. They just kind of look cool with the gloves.
Yeah, kind of like a helmet, just for decoration. 2x2 look here. 2nd and 10, Michaels floating that. Oh, what a dot to Traeger for 21.
Man, corner routes are just taking over this game when they're thrown. It is so hard to guard that route. If you could get an offense running nothing but corner routes, I believe you would be an unstoppable machine in this era. But hey, what do I know? And the refs want to have a word and they want to give a review for it. Not quite sure why we're looking at it because that was good all the way from up here. Yep, that is 100% in. Not sure what we're doing.
They just wanted to hear themselves talk. They haven't talked at all this game.
Isn't that why we're in the booth? We just like hearing ourselves talk.
Maybe you. I'm here for the money.
Oh, I'm a whole yap fest. I think chat would agree with that. That does not mean agree, chat.
Oh, you are a yap fest, that's for sure. Michaels is going to keep it himself, and he shrugs off one and tackled at the goal line. Picks up 4, though, so 2nd and goal coming up here for Florida, which hasn't been easy to score touchdowns in this one.
No, but saving tackle by A.J. Zachary as he picks up his 7th.
Having another good game, just like last week. He had a couple of interceptions. Michaels, end zone touchdown, Traeger.
Yeah, Traeger puts you at the goal line. You got to pay that man the long way and give him that 0-yard touchdown. Slant route absolutely just works on a dime. That is now going to put extra point pending. LSU 51, Florida 23.
So 6 plays, 1 minute and 12 off the clock, 4:08 to go. We'll see if Florida decides to go for the onside or if they're just going to kick this one away. But LSU, they might try to get 60.
Normally I don't recommend sitting inside of your bleachers, but hey, do you?
And it's on the ground, recovered by Miller.
And hold the phone, folks. This game is not over yet. Florida is going to try to make some miracles shake here.
Well, Larson didn't put anything in for onside recovery this week. I can see 1st and 10. Michaels, oh, it's underthrown and intercepted on the outside by Ryder.
And Ryder is going to ride the coattails of the receiver, get underneath that ball, call game, and shut down the attempt. You know, sometimes quarterbacks wearing 15 at Florida can always spell out a couple miracles, but it is not going to be the case on this one.
Still 4:03 left to go, and who knows, LSU, they might not want to take their foot off this gas pedal, and they're going to try to run it with Odin, and lost to 2.
They're going to try to play conservative right now, take the clock, as Craig Jones is going to pick up his 9th tackle of the contest, and not a sidewalk in chat going womp womp.
Got an update over on Twitch coming up after this play. I formation, Moss under center. Gonna play action this one to Odin, and across the middle finds the big, reliable Faircloth for 12.
And over on Twitch, 6-yard touchdown pass to Felisa Sneed. Aggies are now trailing 24-44 with 2:31 left in that contest.
Don't call it a comeback.
I won't.
4-down defensive lineman for Florida here on 3rd and inches. Moss under center, and you got Odin in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left, draw play, and the 1st down run for Odin picks up 6.
You know, didn't I say do something with that draw play? I could have swore I said put that in the back. But, hey, it's going to work. Craig Jones is going to pick up his 10th tackle. So, hey, I guess you get lucky sometimes.
Yeah, blind squirrel finds the nut every once in a while. Draw play once again, and this time lost at 3. Good tackle made in the backfield by Riggs.
And they're saying for a blind squirrel making a tackle in the backfield every once in a while, because that seems to be right up Florida's alley in this contest. There's been a handful of TFLs in this contest for Florida.
Yeah, Riggs has been all over the place, having a solid game. Meanwhile, 10th meeting, like I stated earlier, between LSU and Florida. LSU has the series lead 5-4, including wins in each of the last 2 meetings, and looking to make it 3 in a row.
Astute observation there, Jeff.
It is astute. And I can thank Ryan for his notes. 3rd and inches and a handoff as Whitaker picks up 2 yards there. 4th and 9 coming up.
Gotta imagine that we're gonna see a punt here. There's no way they'd get diabolical. Nope. They're gonna punt it off as Buck Wild picked up his 9th tackle of the contest on that 3rd down.
Could be a fake punt. LSU ran one last week on the 1st series.
If they ran a fake punt here, I would absolutely, I would lose it. You're under a minute left. This you've already taken L out of Lover. This game is over for all intents and purposes. If you go for it, man, hats off to you.
Snap this one with 2 on the play clock. There it is. And no diabolical plans there. Just punting this one away. Fielded at the 15-yard line by Smith. Return for 10.
Now, as you are essentially just playing out the rest of this clock just for pride and have something to look forward to next week, gotta imagine Bear Michaels is going to take a couple shots here down the field and try to put another score.
Pistol full house. They're going to keep it on the ground. They take away the pitch man, and Michaels does it himself. Picks up 9.
And there's that first time out there by the Gators used.
27 ticks left to go in this one. LSU will move to 3-4, and Florida will fall to 3-4. Thrown, and it is caught in the seam as Braun Traeger picks up 36. 2nd timeout taken by Florida.
Well, Jeff, I need you to pick up that phone because I certainly called that one.
I'm just going to let that one go to voicemail. And that was thrown by Michaels, and it's knocked away. Almost had a nice grab by Billy Davis as he looks at his hands and wonders why he couldn't catch it.
And we have gone final on Twitch. Oklahoma is going to ride that one out, spelling a 44-24 win over the Aggies.
Yeah, really good dub for Oklahoma. And this Big 12 is still up for grabs. 3rd and 11.
And that should be the last play for all intents and purposes, unless I just missed Florida calling a timeout.
You might have. And there it is. This will be the last play. They snapped it just before the clock hit zeros as Lucas will stat pad and pick up 9. And that is going to wrap this one up here from Gainesville. LSU unranked comes in to the Swamp and pulls off the victory. Don, what are some of your final thoughts here for this one?
Oh, they are cooking Gator gumbo after this game. They came into the Swamp and they pulled the plug and drained it dry. It was nothing but Tigers the whole way. Absolutely incredible performance by Tavon Moss and company. They just let it all hang out, and it worked dividends there. Their playoff hopes to get that automatic bid in is still alive, as they're going to head next week to try to put that stamp on that, and that's really going to make some murky implications there for the SEC coming into the ending of this contest. Big game there. Can't be more happy if you are a Tiger fan, but if you are a Gator, next week is going to be really, really pertinent in that. And as you look at it, who else being the player of the game, it's Tavon Moss right on cue. Just hats off to both teams coming out here and performing for 4 quarters.
For Dominic Barfield and the best production crew in the business, led by executive producer Mike Peters and associate producer Austin Crow, I'm Jeff Melnish. Thank you for spending your evening with us. Hope you enjoyed this presentation of the Collegiate Football Simulation League presented by PX1 Sports on Twitch. Again, the final from the Swamp, 51-24, LSU gets the dub. We'll see you back here at 8:30 Central Time as Week 7 comes to a close, as number 7, Texas, takes on West Virginia on Twitch, and Clemson takes on Notre Dame on YouTube right here. So until then, have a good night, everybody.